Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza, and today is Tuesday, November 25th. You're watching Phuket Extra, brought to you by pdcphuket.com. Phuket is stepping up preparedness as severe flooding batters parts of the south, especially Hat Yai in Songkhla province, while local groups here in Phuket mobilize relief.
After a national briefing chaired by Prime Minister and Interior Minister Anutin Chamvinakul, Governor Nira Pongsi Sitawon ordered Phuket's Natural Disaster Management Committee to act on two fronts: prevent flash floods now and bank water for the coming dry season. Agencies have been told to clear drains and canals at known choke points across the island, dredge where needed, keep pumps and rescue units on standby, and maintain 24/7 monitoring and public alerts. The Royal Irrigation Department has been directed to retain as much water as safely possible, with the expectation of rainfall easing in the coming weeks to protect supplies for residents and visitors through the high season. The situation elsewhere in the south remains critical, with evacuations in Hat Yai and widespread flooding reported in Nakhon Si Thammarat, Trang, Patalung, and other provinces in the south. Phuket officials say the lesson is clear. Early action prevents the kind of cascading impacts seen on the Gulf side of southern Thailand. So inspections, pump tests, and route planning are underway now. At the same time, Phuket communities are rallying support. Donation drives in Kamala and across the island are collecting drinking water, rice, dry foods, medicines, clothing, flashlights, and cleaning supplies for delivery to the hardest hit areas in the south. The Kusodam Foundation has deployed additional disaster response teams. The Phuket International Airport and airlines are helping move water and aid south. And local organizations, including the PPAO-led volunteers, have sent equipment such as jet skis to assist with mobility and rescues. National ministries are reinforcing relief. Vocational colleges are running field kitchens. Social development is prioritizing vulnerable groups. And universities are on standby as shelters, with a 24-hour coordination war room monitoring water inflows toward Hat Yai. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
Police are searching for a drug suspect who escaped custody while being transferred to Widget Police Station late Friday night.
The deputy chief of Widget Police said today that officers are reviewing CCTV along possible routes and still cannot catch the suspect. The man, identified as 37-year-old ex-Chanapai from Suratthani province, was arrested by Talang district officials at a residential building in the Move 4 area of Widget. At about 1:17 a.m. on Friday morning, officers reported seizing 12 methamphetamine pills, just over half a gram of crystal meth, drug paraphernalia, and a Honda Wave motorbike. According to officials, the suspect pushed past escorts during transport to the police station in the dark, and he fled while still handcuffed. In a notable delay, police in Widget were not formally notified until just after 5 p.m. Saturday, when the Deputy Talang District Chief filed a complaint for escape from lawful custody. Widget police are seeking an arrest warrant. Anyone with information is urged to contact local police. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
Patong police are investigating a fatal motorcycle crash that claimed the life of a 22-year-old Myanmar national in the early hours of November 23 on Prabarami Road near the curve before the Abzab restaurant toward Kamala.
Police arrived around 1:30 a.m. to find the rider, identified as Min Myat Ong, lying by the roadside alongside a damaged Honda Click 160 that appeared to have struck a concrete barrier. A forensic doctor from Vashira Phuket Hospital conducted an initial examination before the body was transferred for further review. Friends told police that they had been socializing earlier and were riding separately to meet another companion in the Kamala area when they heard a crash and returned to find the victim critically injured. No other vehicles were reported involved. Investigators are reviewing evidence and interviewing witnesses to determine the exact cause. Authorities extended condolences to the family and remind riders across the island, especially on the steep winding Patong-Kamala corridor, to slow down, ride within conditions, wear helmets, and avoid riding fatigued or impaired. Extra caution at night on wet roads can save lives. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
Thailand has secured the Global Wellness Summit 2026, and Phuket will host the world's leading health economy conference next November.
The Global Wellness Institute confirmed the decision, calling it a major win for Thailand's push into the fast-growing wellness sector, valued at just over 5.6 trillion Thai baht. At least 600 experts, investors, and industry leaders from 30-plus countries are expected to attend. Direct revenue is projected at over 300 million baht, with a far larger ripple effect through investment in advanced medical care, health innovation, and high-quality services. The Thailand Convention and Exhibition Bureau led the successful bid, branding Phuket as a wellness city and aligning public-private partners behind a long-term strategy. Officials say hosting GWS 2026 supports the government's white and silver economy policies focused on health industries and aging populations. Health leaders pledged to showcase Thai traditional and alternative medicine alongside modern care, positioning Thailand as a sustainable global wellness leader. For Phuket, this is more than a marquee event. It accelerates the island's pivot from tourism alone to a broader wellness ecosystem, opening opportunities for local hospitals, clinics, spas, fitness and recovery services, healthy F&B, tech startups, and community providers. For more, visit thephuketnews.com.
A near tragedy turned into a miracle in Nonthaburi province's Hat Yai area when a 65-year-old woman believed to have died the night before was found alive moments before her cremation.
Staff at Wat Rat Prakongtam opened the coffin for final preparations during a ceremony that was being live-streamed, and they saw her move. The abbot immediately halted the rites and sent her to the local hospital, pledging to cover medical costs. Relatives said officials had informed them of her death and issued the paperwork. Doctors later confirmed she had not suffered cardiac or respiratory arrest. She was in severe hypoglycemia, dangerously low blood sugar, the symptoms of which can mimic loss of life. She received urgent treatment and remains under close observation. The discovery is a relief for the family, who had traveled from Pitsanulok province, with officials saying that this is a reminder for everyone that medical uncertainties, especially with older people or those with diabetes, a professional confirmation is essential before any funeral steps proceed. For more, visit thephuketnews.com.
Phuket International Airport has earned Level 2 reduction status under the Global Airport Carbon Accreditation Program, recognition that it isn't just counting emissions, it's actually cutting them.
The accreditation, verified by Airport Carbon Accreditation, and independent auditor Wise & Wiser Thailand, is valid through October 3, 2026. Airports of Thailand, the operator of the Phuket Airport, says Phuket Airport now runs a structured carbon management system, mapping where emissions come from and showing measurable reductions. For the 2023 reporting year, Phuket Airport recorded 2,248.8 tons of CO2 equivalent in Scope 1 emissions and 22,896.8 tons in Scope 2, figures assessed at a, quote, reasonable level of assurance. Practical steps include improving energy efficiency in terminal buildings, upgrading air conditioning and lighting, tightening fuel and electricity use, and encouraging airlines, concessionaires, and ground operators to join the effort. The work aligns with AOT's wider sustainability plan and Thailand's push toward a net zero aviation future. For travelers and residents, it is a positive signal. One of Phuket's busiest gateways is taking concrete action to reduce its footprint while keeping the island's tourism economy moving. Officials say more initiatives are coming as the Phuket Airport continues to build a cleaner, more resilient operation. For more, visit thephuketnews.com.
Thanks so much for joining us on this edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. I want to take a moment to thank everyone for their support and well wishes, all the messages that you guys have been sending on my way for my speedy recovery of knee surgery. Thank you so much. We'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to $20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.